We're doing 2 NBA player props here over on Prizepicks for Wednesday, October 22nd. You guys, again, opening week here of the NBA season. Before I get started, you guys take a look in the description below. Hop into the Discord, $9, 30 cents per month, 31 cents per day. Again, that's where I post all the plays that I'm making over on Prizepicks. We have other cappers in there as well. Super positive community. Currently doing a promo right now for first-time members. Again, like $6 for the full first 30 days in the Discord, you guys, with the link in the description below. So again, hop in there as well. Also follow me on Twitter at TuffPicks, TuffPicks on Twitter or X. I post daily plays of the day over on there as well. But let's get right into it. We have a massive, obviously very huge NBA slate with the 2 opening night games, and then obviously pretty much every other team I believe is playing here in this slate for October 22nd. But let's not waste any time, you guys. Let's just get right into it. Again, I'm gonna have a ton of plays over in the Discord as well. But let's go. So the first play I'm looking at here is going to be fantasy score line, and it's going to be Lonzo Ball over 17 fantasy score. Looking at this matchup here, should be a competitive game. Knicks, Cleveland, 2.5 point spread. Darius Garland is out like he has been for the majority of the preseason, and Max Strus is out as well. DeAndre Hunter questionable. I believe he's probably going to end up playing, or I guess he's iffy. So, but nonetheless, we're talking about 2 starters out for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Lonzo Ball, obviously was traded. Ty Jerome, they got rid of Ty Jerome, or they didn't re-sign Ty Jerome. They brought in Lonzo Ball via trade, and he really, to me, is the missing piece for this Cleveland Cavs team. And if he was fully healthy, I think, honestly, truly, maybe I'm a Lonzo fan, but I think he could give Garland a run for his money as the starting PG just because of the way he plays and how impactful he is going to be at getting, Donovan, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen going. But nonetheless, let's talk about why I like this line here. For starters, just the hit rate on this line, if we look at Outlier, again, there's a link in the description below. You guys can get a 7-day free trial with Outlier, a research betting tool that I do use every single day. Last season, Lonzo, in 28 games with the Bulls, in games when he played 18-plus minutes, he cleared the over on this 17 fantasy score line in 24 of 28 games, 86% hit rate, averaging 22.2 fantasy points. If we even just break this down to even less, like when he played at least 15 minutes, over this line in 25 of 31 games when he played 15 minutes, averaging 21.5 fantasy points, 81% hit rate. All right, so we talk about this hit rate for Lonzo Ball. Obviously, when he does see the minutes, this is through the roof. If he somehow sees, north of 21-plus minutes in this one, 20 of 22 last season, 91% hit rate, averaging 23.4 fantasy points. Now, if we go back to Lonzo Ball in the preseason, right, in this kind of small sample size, he played 3 preseason games, 12 minutes here. Didn't really do anything against Chicago. 15 minutes here against Chicago again. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. All right, not really doing much. But then in his most recent preseason game here against Cleveland, against Detroit, just absolutely dominated. 20 minutes, right, which is all really he needs. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 turnovers. So I'm going to do the math on my calculator right now. 9 points plus 4 rebounds plus 9 assists plus 3 blocks and 2 turnovers. 34.3 fantasy points in 20 minutes here against the Detroit Pistons. So, again, just giving us that type of upside. I think without Darius Garland, he should see north of 20-plus minutes here, and we saw the hit rate here when he does play those types of minutes. Impacts the game variety of different ways. Defensively, assists obviously correlate well to fantasy scores, so I like this spot here a lot for Lonzo. Second play here is going to be a PRA prop. I'm looking at Brandon Ingram over 27.5 PRA. 27.5 PRA against the Hawks. The Hawks present a great matchup for BI. We look at the Hawks against small forwards last season. Second most points, 6 most rebounds, and the most assists allowed to the small forward position. We look at last season, Brandon Ingram. He only played 18 games last year with the Pelicans, but was over this 27.5 PRA line in 14 of 18 games. 78% hit rate, averaging 32.9 PRA. If we look at Brandon Ingram back in the season before that, in 2023, when he played 30-plus minutes on the road, was over this line in 20 of 22 games, right? At 27.5 PRA is pretty low for a player like BI. And when we look at the preseason, right, BI, 34 minutes against he led the Raptors in usage, by the way. 13 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. What is this? 23 PRA in 34 minutes against Brooklyn. He had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 31 PRA against Boston, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 30 PRA here against Sacramento. So in minimal minutes, 23 minutes, 30 PRA. Right here, 21, 23, 22 PRA in 22 minutes here. So again, he's dominated. I think 27.5 PRA is just too low of a line for a player like Brandon Ingram. So nonetheless, 2 player props for this video. Please drop a like. You guys hit the subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.